Okay, so today we are starting division, or we actually been working on division. So we're going to review the two strategies that we've used. We've used our traditional way and then our partial quotients. Traditional way, remember there's always steps, and it will always help you to write the steps at the top of your paper. So for this problem here, I'm going to write the steps out. D, M, S, B, R. Remember, that's division, multiply, subtract, bring down, or repeat / remainder. Because we're not sure if we're going to have to do one of those two steps. So we look at our divisor, and we look at the first number here. 2 will go into 8. How many times without going over? Sydney?
4.
So we're going to take the answer 4 and put it over the 8 because that's what we're focusing on. Now we go to the next step, which is to multiply. We're going to multiply the 4 times 2, which is 8, and we write it down underneath. The next step is to subtract. We subtract 8 minus 8. We have 0. Now we look to see if there's anything to bring down. We do. We have a 9 to bring down. Can 9 be my remainder? Grace?
No,
Why?
because 9 is bigger than 2 the divisor.
Right. The remainder cannot be larger than the divisor. So we have to repeat all of these steps. We go back to the division. So this is basically like saying 2 will go into 9. How many times will 2, or division step, 2 will go into 9 how many times without going over? Chase? 4. We write the answer to the division step above the 9. That's what we're focused on. Okay? I'll give you a second. All right. Now we're at the multiplication step. 4, just this 4, not both. 4 times 2 equals 8. And we go to our next step, which is to subtract. And then we have 1. Do I have any other numbers to bring down? No. Okay? The 1 is smaller than 2, therefore we have our remainder. So the answer is 44, remainder 1. Now, a lot of you like the partial quotient strategy, so let's look at that one real quick. We have 2, we draw a long line here, and our 89. Now, we think of this, remember, the hint here is in multiples of 10 or hundreds. Well, this is a tens number, not hundreds. We can't use that. So what multiple of 10 can we multiply by our divisor that'll get us close to 89 without going over? Aiden?
40.
Okay, we're going to use the multiple of 10. We're going to use 40. So we take that multiple, we write it here because this is kind of like our keeping track space. 40 times 2 is what? Go ahead, Aja.
80.
80. So we write it underneath here and we subtract. So 89 minus 80, we have 9 left over. Now we can think of our basic facts. What can I multiply by 2 to get me close to 9? Bethany?
4.
4. Remember, we're keeping track over here. Now we multiply again. 4 times 2 is 8. We subtract. We have 1 left over. Now I can stop there because there's nothing in this world I'm going to multiply by 2 at the moment that will give me 1. So we just add our partial quotients here. We get 44. 1 is left over, so that's the remainder. The answer is 44, remainder 1, which is the same answer we got at the top. You can use either one of these strategies tonight for your homework.